Hi there everyone. Welcome to this channel. And in today's video, we are going to build this countdown timer application using Vue 3 with Typescript and Vite. Okay. So this is a very basic application, but it will let us understand how the internals of Vue works. Okay. How can we uh, define components and all in Vue 3. Okay, and also we get through the understanding of the wheat. Okay, so let's start with the wheat. So what is wheat? Wheat is just a developing tool. It is used for only development purpose. It is not a framework or anything. It is a new. It is a very popular now these days with a view, because the same person who is behind the wheat is behind the view. Okay, both are the same person. It is developed by the same person. And let me so this so for to begin with the wheat, and there are many options. So wheat is not basically it is not compulsory to use with the view. You can use any with any vanilla JavaScript project, React. Okay, LIT, I don't know what about it, what it is, but Civility, it is very quite popular. Okay, so there are many several options. You can see the config here in the Vite documentation itself, and you should have a node installed. Okay, and this is the command which we need to make our project. Let me make this like timer, and I will pass ts as the option and to for the TypeScript. So let this initialize. So what this command will do is it will generate the boilerplate configuration of the view plus Vite. Okay, as you can see here, it is showing as a cd timer, and we have to run npm install to install all the node model dependency. And so we are using TypeScript here. So the people who are learning JavaScript right now, you don't need to worry about the TypeScript. It is just a superset of the JavaScript. Just some type definition is required whenever you are declaring a variable or function. Okay, but mostly things are similar to the JavaScript. If you are very good in JavaScript, you will easily get. Means if your JavaScript is not so good, but it should be minimal. Okay, you can get TypeScript easily, and TypeScript is like becoming a new standard. But for the beginners, don't need or companies are not asking for the TypeScript. Whenever you are going to interview, you are give interview for the JavaScript, and that's on the company which they are preferring, because TypeScript is not supported by the browser. Okay, it is in the end of the day, it is just the project is compiled to the JavaScript. It is by the compiler and transpiler, all the difference which is taken care of by the Vue and Vite. Okay, so coming to this folder structure here, you can see the Vite is having just an extra file here, which is known as a vite.config.ts, and import view plugin view, and we have imported view, and it is now very good to work with a Vite. And one more basic setup I have to do is for the imports, like so okay, I will come it to later. So I think so I need to run this command npm run dev. So localhost 3000, I have to hit this localhost 3000, and you can see the Vite hello Vue3 plus TypeScript plus Vite setup here. Okay, and as you can see, this is incrementing. Okay, it's working fine, but we don't need this for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the general, all the all this general. Okay, and so first of all we need to set up some basic styles. Body, giving the margin be is 0, and let's build a container here, container class, which would be height would be 100 vh. It's a height of the viewport, or whole means the whole viewport, vertical viewport. Okay, and let's get some image from up like this image, and we can get any image. It is not necessary, so we go going to pixels. So pixels, which is supports the both paid and free. Okay, mountain rock, I think so. This looks nice. Yes, so I'm going to use this image. Okay, and save file. Okay, uh, what I'm going to do is cut and paste it inside the project folder. Project, where's my okay timer, and within inside this asset. Okay, I'm going to rename this as BG timer. Background image be like a URL at the rate asset, at the rate assets, and what was the name? BG timer. Okay, okay. So remember in view, so lots of, I don't know about view 2, but I've started coding with the view 3. So you know this at the rate, this at the rate symbol, it defines to this folder, means it points towards this src folder, and inside that whatever file or folder you want to access, you can access with this path. So it works well with the view 3, but whenever you're working with a Vite, you just need to add something. Okay, some basic config here, and as you can see now here, there is no such background here. So there is like generate view 3 read read src. So yes, and this is what we need, this part resolve. So this is a basic setups you have to do. You can also do it with Java, um, just referring the file structure with the dot dot. Okay, but whenever you are working with the view, it is like it is most convenient here to work in the view way. So I think so. Where it is after plugin, it is after the plugin. Okay, so resolve. So I'm getting an error because I'm using TypeScript, cannot find the directory name in the TS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install a nodes types node for. So whenever you're working with a TypeScript project, there's a node environment. There is lots of uh, the nodes environment is not supported in the TypeScript. This all the types. So we have so like this path and directory name. This are not supported with the TypeScript. So because if working it with the vanilla JavaScript, so let me install it as a dev dependency. Okay, types node. Okay, and so whenever you are working with the TypeScript project, you have to install this whenever you are referring any module from the Node.js, because and Node.js is some don't have a specific type definition like this. And now this error has been removed and it should work. Okay, okay. That's my very huge mistake. I like I did not in div container, and the page has been crashed. And you can see here, and so we need to fix some style like background repeat, no repeat. Background size would be like cover, and yes, this is looking good. And background position would be center, center. Okay, this is looking good. Wow. Okay. um, Sorry for that. I did not knew that I was not um, let's declare a template here in the template. So everything inside the template is a HTML part. Okay, in Vue 3. And for this tutorial I'm using a script HFC setup. So single file component, and which everything like script, template and style is included. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is let's make some allow this until new beginnings. I'm going to add a Google font. Whenever you want to find something, just type this. What I do is I type this initial word characters of like this is not looking that. I think the yes, this looks very familiar. You can use a link or import. I'm going to use import. And setting this font family to okay. Now I'm going to make it is like a div. I'm going to make a div dot title. Yes, that would be like new year, new year countdown. And title font size would be 5 rem. Font weight would be bold. Okay, should I add this color? I need this color to be very universal. Okay, no, it's not looking good. And what I'm going to do is how I want some color. If I want some color, then I will do is the inspector and select this one. This is how I select the colors, whatever color I like. So because this was a image, and this is like New Year countdown. I think the black was looking fine. I'll let it be with the black. That's because this image is not working fine. Okay. Text align be like a center. Okay, this looks good. I need to make a timer here. This timer and like well 12 months, and this is looking but what I'm going to do is because this is going to repeat, so I'm going to make it in a component, and like must say timer dot view. Yes, this timer dot view is so one more thing, wherever you are using view with Vite, I'm using a volar extension for this syntax highlighting, otherwise the you cannot view, means it cannot highlight the syntax over here. So it is like I first go with the template. So I'm using SFC script setup, and it is just a syntactic to go over the composition API, and it script. So setup language TS, because of the language is TS. Okay, and style scope it. So what does this style scope it does mean is whenever you are declaring any component and declaring its style with a scope it, and whatever class you have written here is only accessible to this templates. Okay, this template, the only uh, class and id whatever you have selected, it will be available through this component, and it will not pollute, means not affect the outside component, outside our sibling components, or let's say parent component. Okay, so I need to take this wrapper, and do we need this wrapper? I didn't think so. For now, make it as a count. As a label, what I'm going to do is count would be like for rem. So I'm going to import this component here for timer components, timer. Yes, and what I'm using at the rate, which is referring to this SRC folder under this components. I'm targeting to this component folder and accessing this file. So you now understand why I did this setup. Okay, so it kind of make me convenience. It is very convenient for me to work like this. whenever I'm working with the Vue project. Okay, and you can see the months, and let's say we need some. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to uh, make it in the column, in a row, sorry. So what I'm going to do is for the timer, display flex, and align items would be like center, and justify content would be like space around. Yes, so this is working fine. I'm now gonna need a wrapper here, so to encapsulate this all. Okay, this is looking good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it dynamic, and so I'm going to pass a prop. So this label needs to be changed according to the whatever the parent component has passed to it. So how we are going to declare a prop here is in the TypeScript. Whenever I'm using we are using TypeScript with a view, we need to define props like this. Okay, first of all, label would be like a string. Okay, you can check out for the JavaScript is when you're working with the JavaScript and directly accessing this label from here, it's label keyword. Okay, so this is very dynamic. It keeps on changing whenever the parentheses have changed, so it is very reactive. So props are by nature reactive. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is going to the main parent and label. I'm going to pass in with the days. Okay, label message with the with like hours. Label pass it with the minutes. Label pass it with seconds. Okay, so I've passed a static value, so I'm going to directly use this label, and this is not working, and this is very yes. Indeed, it is very yes. You need to relate some whenever you make changes in the logic part like TypeScript or JavaScript. I've noticed that. So you can see days, hours, and minutes and seconds. Okay, so when so we need now we need to make logic for this. So countdown logic. So coming to the script part, and I'm going to make a function countdown. Okay, countdown, and for that I have written a logic over here. Where was it? So this is the logic part, and there are many ways to achieve the same result, but this is what I found in a. So I found in one of the blog. Sorry, it's not a blog. It's I think so. It was a Stack Overflow. Okay, so we are countdowning for the first Jan 2022, and we is like New Year's date and current date, and we are getting the total seconds by New Year's date dot get time and current date dot time and dividing it by 1000 and total seconds. And if we want to get days, we have to do this in the math flow. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is so whenever you are defining any variable with a const, a let, or var keyword in the script part of the Vue3, it is accessible to the template. Means this new year you can access here, but it would not be reactive. Means whenever you on the your function your script make changes on the go, whenever a function runs or something, it would not be reactive. So for that reactiveness we need a const, not const like remaining. This spelling is looking very weird to me. Remaining days, don't know about it, but I think it is very so I need to import this ref from view. So whenever you do this double colon, this of double apostrophe, it is that TypeScript consider it is a string. So no to remaining days and remaining hours, minutes, seconds. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just assign this value. Okay, yeah, dot value days. I think so. It should be string. It should be converted in the string because it's strongly typed. So it was and this days was in number. So what I've done is make it to the string, or we can do it later. Okay, so remaining days, you will be thinking of what it is like. The remaining days is and dot value, uh, but we never declared any kind of object here with the value keyword. Yeah, so whenever you declare any variable with a ref, it is automatically wrapped inside an object, and the value part is your uh, what you have assigned stays there. Okay, So I'm going to make an on mounted. So on mount it. Okay, this hook, this lifecycle hook is necessary for whenever the component is mounted. If you want to you know make some logic, let time interval. I have set this time interval. um, Time interval. That's great. There was a written means how to set a data type. And yes, this is what I need. So uh, we need to define the types of any variable declared in an in TypeScript. Otherwise, it's a very problem. Time interval. It's so first of all, I need a set interval, and pass the function countdown like 1000. Let's check. Let's cross check this if it's working or not. Yes, yes. This is working. Yeah, this is working good. And what I need to do is so what happens if I am not defining a type here? Okay, suppose I'm not defining any type and I'm just assigning the time interval. And unmount on unmounting is when the components remove from the window. This also takes a callback function with clear. And now you can see there is a variable time interval implicitly has any type any in the same location where it cannot be a type determined. Okay, so that is the reason why I'm using this. And you can also use any, but this doesn't much make sense whenever you are using TypeScript. You should as much as avoid you know type any form. In some cases where you're working with a library, you can use that type any when the case is okay. Yes, so on mount, whenever this component will be removed from the window, it will clear this interval. We should clear interval, and this set interval will always trigger in every 1 second. And now what I'm going to do is uh, I'm just making into function set time value string. So I'm passing this type string. Okay, it's TypeScript and return value is less than 10. I mean, if it is greater than 10, then just return the value into string, and if not, then append a 0 to it. Okay, it should be number. And yes, this what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass days. Sorry, days. What was this? What was I declaring here? Okay, remaining days. Sorry, just forgot this variable. Set time remaining hours. On remaining remaining seconds. I'm going to make change in this. Count so I've defined another prop count. So now you remember this value will be keep updating in the template, and but to pass it in the template we need like pass it as a this colon. Okay, I need to use this colon, and what is this okay, remaining days. So I'm just using colon whenever you are passing any dynamic value which can be changed from the script. Okay, so this value has been changed, or whenever you are passing whenever you are using any normal variable also, like whenever you are declaring with the const or let, you have to use so whenever you are passing from the template itself, like this you have defined this like a and the string, you have hard coded string, you know it is what is going to be. So count remaining hours, remaining seconds. Hmm. And yes, wait and wait, it's not working. Why? I have to string. I need to refresh it hard. Okay. Oh, the second is not working. Is the spelling right? Okay, and why it is not working then? Okay, this spelling has been wrong, and you can see the counter is here, and I should remove this console. Let's just creating another sheet. Should I make it down? No, I don't think so. Yes, so and yes, this is the logic for the countdown timer, and whenever it is hitting and every second, the function same function, and this function is calculating this all time, and this I have copy and pasted because I'm not capable to remember this such. I'm not that brilliant, and I don't think so many people just do copy and paste. It's okay, just get this job done. And but you should know what is math.flow, and math.flow just returns a means a round off of any integer you have given. Suppose you have given a 5.2, and it would give the return as a 5. It would neglect after the point value. Okay, so set time, and this set time function is just checking if the value is less than 10, then it will append a 0 in front of the, and it is creating such kind of bug, and this bug is not what I was. It's when less than all. Yes, and this is working fine. And so yes, this for this project, our main goal was to understand how this application is be made can be made in the Vue 3 and using Vite. Okay, so this is how now we get understanding of how the everything works with a Vue 3. What is what is a ref value, what is a reactive variable, and what is a normal variable in a Vite. and what is a props and component, how to declare props and component, what is single file components. And yes, so this was not a tutorial, but it is like making the projects and understanding in the framework or the language. And this approach, I always prefer this kind of approach. And this, and yes, that's it for today's video. And if you guys like my subscribe, just hit the like button. Okay, subscribe and hit the like button and share among your friends. It helps for the YouTube algorithm to reach these videos. And I will be making this kind of small application and big application from time to time every week. And I will be posting like this content uh, every week. So yes, and thank you for watching my tutorial. Just have a good day, good night. Thank you.